We're talking to Jim Jeselun of Adiant Solutions. This is your long-term care radio show. Thank you for joining us today. Jim, as Casey Kasem used to say, back to the countdown. On with our interview, sir.
Okay, but what's the cost?
Absolutely.
We got to talk costs. Our goal was to reduce costs for our clients. And so the cost of this unit currently is initial cost of $495, and then there's a $59.95 monthly subscription fee. Sorry, Ralph, it's live radio.
Jim,
subscription fee.
It's real people talking about real things. Go ahead.
And this gives you 60 minutes of cell phone time, which a lot of people, that will be more than enough. Data service, the tracking service, and your own personal website. We do offer a discount if you pay a years in advance for the subscription. Now, here's the point that I'd like to make. I see the biggest thing with this is that a spouse has Alzheimer's and the other spouse is the caregiver. The spouse as the caregiver starts running out of energy. They're afraid to take a nap. They're afraid to sleep at night because the other spouse may be out the door and they're gone. And, the normal rate throughout the valley is anywhere between $18 and $23 an hour for a caregiver right now. That would essentially be 3 hours a month of caregiving. And so we're looking at $59.95 a month that could then give this person the peace of mind that they could take a nap. If the loved one got past the geofence, they would be notified. We would be able to immediately track them and see where they're at, send out the resources to bring them back. So I think that's key to having a product like this.
And I have two comments to that. One, it's less than having cable, and I think we get some value at having cable on TV. This is cheaper than having cable. And secondarily, if you're buying Starbucks at $3 or $4 a cup, one of my daughters, she doesn't do it as much now, but there for a while she was addicted to that stuff. $3 or $4 a cup, you can easily afford a quality unit like this for the value received. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about value received. To me, this sounds like it has a world of application. It really does.
It does. And I'd like to share a little story with you.
Sure, absolutely.
Our VP of Marketing, Andrew, gave a talk at a local organization the other week. Several days later, an elderly gentleman came into our office. He told Andrew that he wanted to work for us. Andrew told him, well, we already have somebody, and he says, I'll work for free. And he said, oh, by the way, I'm 86 years old, and he handed us his resume. Andrew asked him, why do you want to do this? And the guy said, if I can spare just one family from going through the agony of losing their loved one like I did, then I've accomplished something good. Which was really, really hitting it at home. He went on to say that his wife wandered off several times, and one time she was found the next morning in the dressing room of a large store when they opened up for business. And he said when he saw this product at the talk that Andrew gave, he says, thank God, finally a device that can help families with loved ones that have someone with Alzheimer's. And this was powerful to us and makes us even more confident that we are not selling a product, but that we can make a difference in families' lives and hopefully save somebody with it. So that's one little story. One of the people that we're just bringing on, she had a similar story where her grandmother, walked from Surprise all the way to Buckeye. It was 15 miles away with her home phone in it. Somebody found her, and it was during the middle of summer. Checked on the phone and found caller ID and started calling numbers. It still had enough battery life and was able to get hold of the family. But she had literally walked 15 miles that day, and no one even knew she was missing. And she had no idea where she was at.
Here's what I would like to say about the subject as we've just discussed it and walked through the nuts and bolts of it. The subject of aging and growing older is one that we must take seriously. The amount of people that have gotten lost in this desert and have died from Alzheimer's or being frail is way, 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 way too many. And I want to just put a bow on this. Dignity. That's what this is about. People want their dignity. And if you're listening, you're going up and down the dial, you're saying, it doesn't apply to me. If you're alive and breathing, you know somebody, either a relative, a next-door neighbor, that everything that we've talked about today, everybody knows someone. Before we get out of here, please give your contact information again, Jim.
Our local phone number is 480-970-2574. Our toll-free number is 888-399-8226. And again, if you want to get more information, our website just came up the other day, partially, and it's www.adiant-solutions.com. So, Ralph, you know what? Thank you very much. I had a great time, and I'm just glad that you're delving into a subject of helping people that are aging.
It's absolutely our pleasure. Thank you for joining us. This is Ralph Norman, your Long-Term Care Radio Show. We'll see you next week. Bye now.